What is up, my dudes? Welcome back to Storytime with your favorite Reddit fairy. My name is Lorna, and today I'm gonna get into a new subreddit. I'm not gonna say what it is yet because YouTube likes to listen to the first 30 seconds of the video for swearing. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit before I get into it. The reason I decided to go with this subreddit is because of the whole Don Cherry fiasco yesterday that occurred. Whether you like him or not, I fully support him being fired. He's been racist and xenophobic for years, and the company that signs his paychecks finally got sick of it, and I don't blame them at all. So say what you will, that's my opinion, and that's how I feel about it. And if you have a different opinion, you're more than welcome to it, and I totally respect that. But my dudes, I am so tired. I got no sleep last night because of an argument that happened on social media. That's right. I made the mistake of doing what I said I was trying not to do, and I went on social media to educate some people. And one particular person decided to, instead of having a civilized conversation, decided to start insulting me and calling me names and saying I'm pathetic because I'm censoring free speech. What people fail to understand is that as a private citizen, have your free speech. Don Cherry is a sports announcer, not a political figure. When people think about Canada, one of the first things that comes to mind is Don Cherry, and I'll be damned if people associate all Canadians with what he said. That is not what I'm all about. You guys should know, I hate racism. I hate people that are racist. I mean, I don't hate anybody, but you know what I mean? The people that refuse to be educated and they just want to continue on their tirades. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, I was up for a very long time last night, and I was up super early because I just couldn't keep sleeping. My cat did wake me up, but then I made the mistake of checking Facebook again. And then there was another comment from somebody who wasn't even in that conversation, but decided to put in their 2 cents with their typical uneducated snowflake comment. And so I blocked that person, who was family apparently, but not really, I guess. What kind of sociopath does that? You see somebody being insulted and then call them a snowflake for getting upset about it? It doesn't bother me if strangers insult me. You want to insult me, whatever. You don't fucking know me at all. But when somebody who I'm really close to starts insulting me, you bet your ass I'm going to be up in arms about it, and I'm going to defend myself. And then when this little bitch comes in and tries to give her 2 cents, you bet I'm saying bye Felicia to her too. It's been a fun day, so I'm just going to get into this tasty subreddit of r/holeTax, because I'm pretty sure Don Cherry just paid a huge one. So sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. Uber driver lied about mess, tried to get an extra $80, lost $35 tip. Posted by user progenitor. Oh my god, I'm so tired. On mobile. Pardon my crappy formatting, etc. TLDR at end. Went on a cruise with the wife and kids last year. On the way back, because the airport we flew out of is 40 miles from the cruise ship, we got an Uber. The driver had less than 10 rides under his belt. Driver called me so we could find each other. Cruise ship pickup is a zoo. I noticed he was driving a different car than the one listed on his profile, but I knew he was my driver. Same name and picture and phone. In hindsight, should have raised a red flag, but I was just glad to get out of there. The ride was fine. We all chatted on the ride about plans for the day, normal experience, and we made our flight as expected. Fare was $80, and I tipped the guy $35. I thought things were good. When we landed later that day, I had a surprise waiting for me. I was fined $80. Total cost of my ride was $195 now. The driver claimed that my kid had urinated in the back seat. pictures of a big wet spot included. I carried my son, 5 years old at the time, has been potty trained for 3.5 years on my shoulder through the airport, and I know that he was dry. We don't give the kids any drinks in the car, so I was confident we did not make the mess. I tried to dispute the charge for cleanup as I know we were all dry when we got out and spilled nothing. Uber responded that they had to believe the drivers and were closing my dispute. That is when I started looking through all the menus of the Uber app, trying to figure out a way to appeal this mess, and I found out that you could report a problem with a ride. One of the issues you can report is a driver using a different car. I reported it, not expecting much, felt like I was just pushing buttons. Next day, they refunded the cost of the ride, $80 plus $35, because of the different car. I never had any more issues from them on this. TLDR, Uber driver lied about mess, charged me an extra $80. I reported that he drove a different car than Uber listed. As a result, instead of paying $115 for the ride like I was totally happy with doing, I only paid the $80 cleanup fee. Shouldn't have even paid that. That's bullshit. Like, this is why, yeah, I need my own car. I don't trust anybody. God. These days and age, you can't trust anybody anymore. Oh my God. Just go get the car. Cross-posted by Becky N88. This was posted in r/tales from call centers. Customer doesn't remember where the car is. These stories are slowly slipping from my memory the more time passes since I quit the call center, so I better write them down before I forget. I took this call from a lady that wanted to file a complaint because we were harassing her regarding a rental car she had returned. Customer: I returned the car. My deposit is not back, and you keep calling me and sending me texts. Me: Okay, did you speak to someone at the station? Did they explain to you why they might be calling and texting? Customer: Yeah, they keep saying I didn't return the car. Me: Did you return the car? Customer: Yes, I left the keys in the inbox like they told me to. Me: All right then, maybe they're having trouble locating the car then? Where did you park it? Customer: What? Me: Where did you park the car? If you were not able to find a parking spot in the designated lot for some reason, the employees may not know if you left the car nearby. Where is it? I can let them know where to look. Customer: I don't know. Me: What? Customer: Listen, this isn't my problem. I returned the keys. You should figure out where the car is. Stop harassing me. I don't know where the car is. I couldn't find the parking lot, and I didn't have time to look around, so I just left it somewhere. It's your job to go get it. Me: Okay, first of all, you are supposed to return the car in the parking lot. A phone number is provided for you to call if you are lost or may be late. In the event that a parking lot is full, an employee can guide you to a nearby spot, or you can leave the car wherever you can and inform the employees. An extra fee is charged if you request an employee to drop off the car to where you are, or pick it up from wherever you are. Also, they now need to charge you for the days the car is missing, and administrative fees since they need to contact a separate company in order to locate the vehicle. If the car was towed, you will be charged for towing fees and getting the car out of the impound. If you parked in a paid parking lot, you will be charged for the parking fees. Your deposit will not be released until the vehicle is actually found. The way it works is like this. The cars have tracking devices, but they can only be turned on by filing a police report for a stolen vehicle and then paying an external company to track the car, which could take a couple of days. Customer: This is ridiculous. Just go get the car. Me: Where is it? Customer: I don't know. I parked nearby. This goes on forever, and finally she says she will call the station and tell them where the car is and then sue us for this treatment. I wrote down the contract number so I could check on it out of curiosity. This woman calls the station multiple times and proceeds to give them wrong directions to where the car is every time. She's clearly insane. The employees at the station tried to give her the benefit of the doubt for a few days, but it finally ended up filing a police report when she dropped communication with them again. The car was finally found 2 weeks later at a paid parking lot connected to the hospital. She was charged for the full 2 weeks the car was missing, administrative fees, collection service, and the parking fees. I think this is almost like an idiot tax. Like, she's clearly an asshole, yes, but she's kind of an idiot too. Like, what? Why would you think it's okay to just drop it off somewhere? Like, it's not how it works. Have you never rented a car before? Jesus. I remember when I moved back home, my brother came and got me. We rented a car in Toronto to move back home, and because it was only going one way, those motherfuckers charged me like, I don't remember, I want to say it was like $600 extra. It was ridiculous. Just because I mean, I understand, you know, the labor and the time to get the car back there, but come on. You're a car rental company. Like, these fees shouldn't be that crazy. I'm sure you guys have back and forth between the two cities all the time. So I think that is a little ridiculous, but she definitely deserved that. All right, looks like we have another rental car story. This one's called Last Laugh at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, posted by user Skater113. I worked for Enterprise Rent-A-Car for 2 years, and I have countless stories of assholes who got their extra tax, but one in particular really sticks out. When I was working off a Boulder Highway in Las Vegas, which is an important detail if you know anything about that area, as it is not a nice area, and a lady that was well past a week of not paying her bill and was no longer communicating. Unorthodox, but at Enterprise, they send you out to try and collect cars, which is bullshit and dangerous, but usually didn't mind. I had her address and went by her home and saw the vehicle. So, being a seasoned veteran at this, I parked down the road and walked up to the door. She actually answered, probably because she didn't know it was me. She became very irate and said she would not return the keys or pay any money to settle up and keep the car. I politely said okay, and I would contact the police and they will be there for a stolen vehicle because at that point, I verbally ended the contract with her acknowledgement. She changed her tune and spent the next 10 minutes getting her valuables out of one of the most disgusting vehicles I ever had the graces of sitting in. This vehicle was essentially ruined. When she was done, she started laughing and threw the keys in the car and locked it. She stood there to see my reaction with a big smirk on her face. I thought she had the last laugh, but when I heard it unlock, it changed my mind. It was a Chrysler 200, and the car auto-unlocked when it realized the keys were in the car. At that point, I smiled at her and got in and left. The asshole tax came when we billed her out for all the admin fees and a completely new interior, on top of all the rental costs. I thought for a minute that he was gonna say that she was gonna get footed with the bill of a locksmith to get the keys out, but that's even funnier. It just automatically unlocked itself. That's good, I like it. My mom's old boss was a dick, and now he has no business. Posted by user Sonic_the_hedgehog05. So my mom worked for a lawyer, Al, for 3 years. He was a criminal defense lawyer, and he wouldn't take cases that had to do with the crime against a woman or a child. My mom quit because she got tired of his shit. He would comment on her weight, boobs, and would sit there and moo at her. Fucking moo! Al would always go out for lunch and only go somewhere that served alcohol, and him and my mom would drink. My mom only had about 1 beer, and after doing that for 3 years, she almost had a stroke, and her car got broken into while she was in Walmart, and Al got so pissed that he yelled at her the day after she nearly had a stroke. My mom was the only employee, and she could do a better job than he could, but she didn't have the degree. After he yelled at her, she took all of her things and quit. That was around the beginning of August. And yesterday, November 5th, We found out from her new boss, another lawyer, but he's much better, that a moron, I can't remember how it's spelled, I'm sorry, shut off the power to the office building because it's too unsafe, and he lost that building and his house because he couldn't pay taxes, because he didn't have anyone to make him money, because the only person that made him money, my mom, quit because he was being a bitch. Al, asshole lawyer. Okay, that's a good one for him. Okay, so she quit and he lost his business is basically what the title says. So good. If he's that disgusting, then he doesn't deserve to be in business. That is gross. That is gross. And I dealt with a boss like that before. And I'll even say it. It was a Canadian part / home goods / whatever that has a red logo with green and white on it. Anyway, my manager, I worked doing service quotes for customers bringing their vehicles in to be worked on. Yeah, he would make comments about other staff members. He would only hire female staff so he could just look at them all day. I heard him make so many disgusting comments about them, and I finally had enough and snapped one day. And he tried to fire me for it. And I'm like, oh yeah? Maybe I'll get my lawyer involved and tell him about all the sexual harassment that's going on here. And then what? And then his face went white. He's like, how about we just agree to part ways as a layoff and I'll pay you severance to keep your mouth shut. I'm like, I'm not going to keep my mouth shut, but I'll take the severance. So, yeah, you got to stand up to these people. And guess what? He lost his job too. Bye, Felicia. Gonna be an asshole? That will be 15 cents. Posted by user bro-collie12. This is a relatively small asshole tax, but I work at a local organic health food store. While most customers are great, one can probably assume the type of entitled customers that are also very common. I'm a cashier, and for the past year of working there, I have made it a personal rule to not charge people the 15 cents for a paper bag. Thus, whenever people come to my till talking on their phone, ignoring me when I say hi, just throwing the points card at me, or just generally treating me like a non-human being with actual emotions, I simply charge them for their bags. I know, 15 cents is relatively insignificant, but it gives a strange sort of satisfaction and revenge when they are unknowingly being charged an asshole tax that could have been easily avoided if they just acted like a decent person. Edit. Just to clarify, they are paper bags that we are not obligated to charge for them as a tax where I live. This is pretty awesome that they give out paper bags without charging them, because so many people are up in arms about plastic bags right now. And I mean, it doesn't make sense to me to charge for plastic. It does make sense for me to charge for plastic, but it doesn't make sense for me to charge for paper bags. Because that's essentially saying that you need to pay to shop here. You can bring your own bags, but sometimes you're out and you're like, oh shit, I forgot, I gotta stop in and get some things. Like, I have my own bags. I have a whole cupboard full of bags, that reusable ones that I can bring. But like I said, you could be out somewhere and you need to, oh, I forgot, I gotta get a whole bunch of things for dinner or whatever. And you don't have them with you. You shouldn't be charged for a bag. I'm sorry. That's just capitalism at its best. But I like this. This is a small little petty revenge, and it's good. You're not really hurting anybody, and it's just perfect. No more banana bread, sadly. Posted by user Juan John Jerry. A few months ago, a coworker offered me banana bread that his sister had made for about $10 each. Now hear me out. This bread was very tasty, so I purchased 2 loaves off of him to share with my family and friends. Later that week, he offered some more as he knew how much I loved it and that I always had money saved on the side. I agreed, saying I'd pay him the next day. He gave me the bread and we went to our areas. 4 hours later, in a busy lunchroom where nearly 2 shifts had gathered, he loudly asked me where his money was. I replied that I'd get him to the next day, as we agreed. He laughed and patted my shoulders, saying he was kidding. But I could tell that he just wanted a small power trip to make himself look financially good. Yesterday, as I left work, he offered me the bread again, to which I said, "Nah, I'm good." I'm not giving him that silly satisfaction. TLDR, coworkers sold me bread. I like it, got more, and he told coworkers that I, the financially stable guy, owed him money to look cool. Yeah, that's pretty shitty. So his tax is that he's no longer going to make money off this guy, is what I'm assuming. Yeah, man, banana bread is easy to make. Oh, and it's so good. I don't think you can screw up banana bread, really. So, my dude, learn how to make some, and then I'm sure that your wife will love you even more, or girlfriend, or boyfriend, or whatever. So, yeah, just make some banana bread, my dude. Want to be rude? Fine. Get exactly what you ask for. Posted by user JMTZ653. Obligatory disclaimers. First time post, mobile. Sorry in advance. It's not that big of an asshole tax, but it satisfied my petty heart. C equals customer. I worked at a pizza place. Let's call it Mama Juan's. I, a driver, was helping inside the store and took some phone calls. This is what took place. Me. Thank you for calling Mama Juan's. This is me. Would you like to try our specialty pizza for customer? No. Me. Okay, how can I help you? Customer. I want a Works specialty pizza. No Canadian bacon. Original toppings. Well, that's where you went wrong, because Canadian bacon is the best, my dudes. Me. Realizes this guy is just a jerk and begins to be very crude with him. Goes through the rest of the script, verifying everything, and, "Sir, what do you mean by original toppings?" Customer. The pizza was too thin last time. I want original toppings. Me. So you mean original crust? Customer. It's the same thing. Bring plates too and napkins. I'm in a hotel and I don't have those things. Last time, no one brought any. What delivery service doesn't bring plates and napkins to a hotel? Me. Okay, how many? Customer. What do you mean, how many? Enough. Me. I need to know how many for the system, and so our driver will know. Customer. I don't know. 2 plates and 5, 10, 15 napkins. Just some napkins. Me. Okay, your total is $36.65. Be there in 30 minutes. But wait. What is the malicious compliance, you might ask? Since he told me, no, when I offered the special, he paid full price instead of $15.15 for his order. On top of that, because I was his driver, he also only got 5 napkins. I hope it was enough. TLDR, don't be rude to your CSR. You can either pay $30 plus tax or only $15 for a pizza. Be nice. That's definitely asshole tax. Like, people just totally lost their ability to have a conversation with somebody and just common decency and respect. It's a really sad world out there, but at least we have heroes like this that put them in their place without them even knowing. They might not know, but we know. Alright, my dudes, and the last story of the day is called If You're Impatient, Then You Won't Get the In-House Promotion. Hosted by user Please Help Shaggy. So, to start off with, I'm on mobile and I work at a franchise nationwide battery store. Been there about 4 months and sell almost every battery you can think of, also some light bulbs. Today was a Sunday and we have our rushes. It was me and one other coworker working today. We're understaffed and overworked, and we're both helping customers out. Then walks in an adult gamer and his wife. The gentleman I was helping out was quite nice, and while I was answering his questions, the adult gamer kept trying to wedge himself between me and the customer and having zero boundaries or patience. While I was ringing out the gentleman, the man kept coughing behind him and tapping his foot, being a general dick. So I finished with the kind man and turned my attention to him, and he needed watch batteries. Okay, no biggie. And so I lead him to where his wife was on. What? So I lead him to where his wife was on where we keep the batteries, and they bought 20 in total. 10 of each of 2 different sizes. What they didn't know is that we employees know and tell when people buy watch batteries is that if they buy 3 or more, we change them from $2.99 each to $1.49 each. So basically half off. Well, you can guess what I did. I wrung them out for the full amount, and with the tax, the purchase price was $64 something instead of $32 or so. And that's what you get for being an asshole. Good. So they pretty much paid double, and they deserved it. I'm sorry, but that's one of my triggers. If I see somebody being like super impatient, like, and I'm literally just doing the best I can, they're sitting there tapping their foot and huffing, like, in my mind, I'm jumping over the counter and punching you in your face. Just know that. Just know if you ever, in a million years, in a blue moon, walk into whatever job I may end up getting and have me as your service provider, I guess. That sounds disgusting. Service provider. Customer service provider, let's just say. I would definitely be imagining jumping over the counter and just smashing your face with a brick. Not that I would ever do it, but just know I'm picturing it. Picturing it. I have a very vivid imagination. Oh no. Oh, everybody's gonna hate me after this video, but I don't care. I'm tired. Alright, my dudes. You've put up with me enough today, I think. So I'm just gonna finish this video, and I think after I finish editing and set it up to be posted, I'm just gonna go have a nap because I clearly need the sleep. Like, Miss Giggles today, and I shouldn't be because my heart hurts. But anyway, thank you guys so much for sticking out through this whole video and my tirade. What am I even saying? My tirades. Can't even form words anymore. You guys are the true heroes. And as always, if you liked it, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell notification because YouTube won't show you my videos otherwise, so you can keep up to date as soon as I post a video. And as always, the links to the stories are in the description, so head on over to Reddit and show those posters some love with some upvotes because you know they deserve it. And my dudes, you know the drill. Head to r/RedditFairy to submit your stories. You can email them to me. You can send them to me on Twitter. I think I am never on Twitter. I don't know if you can even message people on Twitter. I'm sure you can. Instagram too. I'm also never on it, but you can send me a message. Or even Reddit. I'm on Reddit. So, yeah, you got a story, you want me to read it? Submit it. I'll read it, I promise. Alright, my dudes, you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.